Do you think the market cares? Midweek market update with Vulcan from news that polls stock Vulcan on screen, standing or sitting in a casual setting with charts displayed behind them. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Vulcan from news that polls stock, and today we're diving into this midweek market update. We've got a lot to unpack as we look at the current state of the market, and I'll be sharing some key insights that can help you fine-tune your trading strategies moving forward. From external economic pressures like tariffs and Federal Reserve policies to company earnings and technical chart patterns, we've got a lot to cover. But first, let's talk about something that many traders often overlook. Does the market really care about all these headlines? Market dynamics cut to Vulcan, with a graphic showing market charts and buyers and sellers balancing out. So let's start with one of the most important aspects of trading, the market dynamics. If you've been watching the markets lately, you might think that all the talk about tariffs, inflation, and Fed actions are the driving forces behind market moves. But when we break it down, the truth is that it's not about the headlines, it's about the balance between buyers and sellers. In other words, the market moves based on who's in control at any given time. When buyers outweigh sellers, prices go up, and when sellers take over, we see prices dip. That's the fundamental force at play. So if you're wondering if the market cares about the Fed's next move or tariff discussions, it's not so much the external factors, but how investors react to them. Keep an eye on those levels of support and resistance. They're going to give you a clearer idea of where the market is headed. Technical analysis cut to a chart of the S&P 500, with important support and resistance levels highlighted. Now, let's talk about technical analysis, because this is where you can start making your actionable decisions. If you look at the S&P 500 on the daily or hourly chart, you'll notice something pretty interesting. Despite the fluctuations we've seen recently, there's still a bullish sentiment as long as certain key levels hold up. For example, there's a critical support level around 3,996, and if the index stays above that, we might be looking at a potential breakout. But if we break that level and fall below it, then it's time to reevaluate. So when you're looking at your charts, always keep an eye on those key levels, whether it's support, resistance, or trend lines. These levels will tell you where the market is likely to go next, regardless of what the headlines say. Sector and stock performance cut to a graphic of semiconductor and tech stocks, showing major players like Nvidia and Broadcom. Speaking of staying above key levels, let's look at a few sectors that are currently strong performers. The technology sector, especially semiconductors, has been holding up well. Companies like Nvidia and Broadcom are leading the charge, showing resilience even amidst some broader market fluctuations. The technology sector has had a bit of a rough patch in the past, but right now, the sentiment is much more favorable, and these companies are still delivering solid performance. Earnings reports and market reactions. Cut to Vulcan with a chart showing stock performance around earnings season. Now, earnings reports are also a key factor in this market. A lot of you are probably looking at big tech earnings closely. How did companies like Apple, Microsoft, and others perform? Well, here's the thing. Earnings reports matter, but so does forward guidance. The market is heavily focused on what companies are saying about their future earnings, not just their past results. So, if a company like Nvidia reports strong earnings, but guides lower for the next quarter, you could see some pressure on the stock. But if they forecast strong growth, expect investors to jump on board. Risk management and trade ideas cut to a list of actionable trade ideas. I want to emphasize risk management here, especially for those of you who might be looking at potential short positions. Identifying those key levels of entry and exit is crucial to keeping your trading strategies balanced. You don't want to overexpose yourself to risk if the market moves in an unexpected direction. So stay sharp and adjust your stops accordingly. For some actionable trade ideas, look at stocks in sectors like semiconductors and technology. These are showing strength. Look for support and breakout opportunities, especially if the price holds above key levels. Upcoming economic reports. Cut to a list of upcoming reports with dates and brief explanation. Looking ahead, there are some key economic reports coming up, and these could have a major impact on market sentiment. The labor market reports will be particularly important. Keep an eye on job growth, unemployment rates, and wage data. These reports could give us more context for the Fed's future moves, and depending on what we see, the market could shift direction. Cut to Vulcan in front of the screen, summarizing key points. In conclusion, it's clear that the market right now is operating in a bullish environment, at least for the time being. Technical patterns, like the lack of strong selling pressure and the presence of higher lows, suggest that we might be heading into an uptrend. While external factors like tariffs and Fed decisions do matter, it's the buyers and sellers that are in control right now. So, traders stay focused on support levels, sector performance, and upcoming economic reports. That's your roadmap for success. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for more updates and insights. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts on the market right now. Are you bullish or bearish? Let me know. Vulcan waves goodbye. Happy trading, everyone. End screen, channel logo, social media links, and a subscribe button.